Hi, hole. Welcome. First time visitor. Behold as I whip a carrot. Stand in awe at my backstab. Rude World Master. I'm not sprinting after you. Now I don't know which way you went, but I'll assume right. Going by the last bit I saw of Masterless Glencore's name, I'll assume right. Lizard's gone, so must have already killed Iva. Alpha? Goes Iva. That sounds wonderful. Also, 3 people in chat today. And for someone dressed as a monarch, you're not a very good monarch. Oh, look at that. Master's almost dead. On the one hand, if she dies, that's a rude person that's died. On the other hand, my souls. No risk-free souls. Jiminy. That damage output. Two for fast healing. All of us you can't see around corners. Where is Masterless Glencore? Didn't get staggered by it, but still, ow. Ice Needle to the... Ice Needle to the, I guess, rib cage? That's still unpleasant. Oh, there's the Master. Yeah, I used to call him the host. I don't know why I'm using Master this time. It feels pretty natural, too, to use that term. Yes, I've played several. Oh, it was like Fire Red. No, it was Leaf Green was one I played, but I also did a little bit of Fire Red. Emerald and Sapphire and Pearl and Diamond and Platinum. And I think Omega Sapphire? Or was it Alpha? I don't know. BS Remake. That's not a backstab. That's a crit. And I think silver. Like regular silver. Like Game Boy silver. Yeah, it was about '08, but after Platinum is when, of course, you can only get games that I really want and not just any game that releases. That's when I fell off of Pokemon. Ow. Dare you. Are they worth playing? I guess to what... You know what? I suppose the answer to that's yes. I was about to say, like, oh, there's some conditionals, or maybe at one point they're not worth playing, but... Yeah, actually, I'd say they're worth playing. In fact, they're one of the games I recommend to someone who has never played video games. I don't know about the most recent entries, though, because A, I haven't played them, and 2, I hear they've kind of gotten a bit too overcomplicated for their own good. Like Pokemon Sword and Shield, despite me liking the concept of Sword and Shield, is just... yeah... doesn't seem to go over too well with the fans. Well, Platinum's the last one I played. It was a good one, definitely. The one I have the fondest memories of, though, was Emerald for the Game Boy Advance. And of course, the first one I played was Leaf Green, which was a remake of... I think it was a remake. I'll return a bow. I don't know what it's for, but I'll return. Is a bow. For 10 minutes in, I have not used a small sign, so I should still be here for another 20 minutes. I think I'd recommend emulating Emerald. Or if you can get it on newer hardware, then do so, because you get the original Emerald. The thing is that... Ah, okay. Yeah, like, I remember Pokemon Red being a thing. Oh, hello. thank you. I have, like, way too many of those. Oh, are you sending me back? Or... Hmm. Ah. Oh, now that is... That there is truly valuable. Oh, a rusted coin. Yeah, I didn't quite get to finish myself because you posted that and I wanted to read it. Again, are you going to Black Crystal me out or not? I really don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just returning emotes at this point. Returning emotes and taking loot. Yeah, oh, you are Black Crystaling me out. Okay. Alright, now to finish what I'm saying. Oh, hi. I guess I don't get to finish what I'm saying. I have to give this guy an enema first. Alright, very cool. Right, so Pokemon Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald make the trifecta. They usually release a game in 2 versions, and then later on they release a 3rd version that's just both of them combined with a little bit extra. That was Emerald. So it was Ruby and Sapphire, then they released Emerald later. But the thing is, with that gen, actually I think it was the 3rd gen, but Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, they added an in-game clock, like actual in-game time passing by. And the in-game clock was powered by a battery that was inside the cartridge. Thing is that by this point, I'd be surprised if you could find a cartridge with a still running battery, and so the in-game clock doesn't really work. You can set it, it just won't progress at all. It'll be stuck at the same time forever. And there's, like, you know, events in-game that only happen at certain times. So, you kind of lose out on a lot. That's why I say, if you're going to play those games, try and get it on, like, an emulator or newer hardware if they have it on the eShop. Because that way you don't have to put up with a dead battery inside a cartridge that you can't open up. Huh. Yeah, I think I have a copy of Crystal, like the actual cartridge for Crystal. Maybe Silver too. I wouldn't be surprised if I had Gold as well somewhere around here. I remember I have Crystal. I never really played it. Didn't really play the Game Boy games much. Game Boy Advance games, though, yes. Yes, I played a lot of those. Yeah, I learned that because I have my Emerald. I'm just like, hey, let's play this after a while. And it's just like, oh, battery's dead, so time doesn't advance. Because in Emerald, there was also, like, growing berries. You could find patches of dirt that you could plant berries in to grow, you know, berry trees. And they sprout after several days, but without the clock working, you couldn't sprout. You basically just burnt your berries. So yeah, still recommend it. I had a lot of fun with Emerald because there was also base building in that too. You could, like, dig out a little cave and spot, make your own little home there, home away from home. It's nice. The DS ones are also pretty good. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Alyssa, you're right. Until I figure out a way to replace the battery, that is correct. Yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green don't have an in-game clock, so You don't have to worry about that if you get copies for the GBA. Right, I will say the DS ones, which were Pearl, Pearl and Diamond were the first two, and then they did the combo version of Platinum. I started with Pearl, and then I played Platinum. So yeah, if you can get the third version, because you... What they do with the versioning of Pokemon is that there's like some exclusive Pokemon to each one, and slightly different stories. Maybe in one generation they did drastically different stories, but for the most part it's slightly different stories. And like different legendary Pokemon that you can get, so you have to trade with the other version, or to get it, which means either you buy both versions or you have a friend who has the other version. If you get like the third one that comes out for that gen, the one that's combined, you can just get everything in one version. You don't have to trade with anyone. Well, for most stuff, there's like some Pokemon that only evolve if they're traded. Never really did that, but still. You're barred from far less of the content if you get the third version. So that would be Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Platinum. And when it comes to GBA, the Game Boy, I don't know what I want to say Pokemon Crystal was the third one. Yeah, I remember wanting to get Black and White, but never... that was when I was like, I don't have money, and I can't ask my parents for money. So I guess I'll just give up on it. I think X and Y were also received favorably. I don't know about X and Y too, but I think the first ones were. Yeah, the last Pokemon game I really... Oh, and then there was... Yes, Omega I think it was Omega Sapphire and Alpha Ruby. Unless it was... I don't know, the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. I got one of them. Because I had money. I'm like, I want to play Pokemon again. Let's go get this newest one. And it's alright. I would definitely recommend the older ones of around, I guess, the mid to late 2000s. Maybe even early 2000s or 1990s. Yeah. Yeah. Alpha Sapphire and Mega... I think it was Alpha Sapphire I got. Okay. Maybe I'll get Black and White at some point. There's just a lot of games on the wish list. A lot of games, and only so much money to go around. I just remember Sword and Shield was kind of viewed as a disappointment by most fans. Like, it had a drastically smaller Pokedex, and the thing is that they gave the reason that, they just couldn't get all the models done in time, except they managed to examine the models, because of course fans do that. You know they'd be crazy enough to. And they're the same as the ones they use in the DS version, so that's just... that's not an excuse, that's bullshit. So we think Sword and Shield is when they started to get a bit, both lazy and greedy, or maybe things at some point finally hit the fan within the company. Oh yeah, I forgot Sun and Moon even existed. Yeah, I guess like the late DS games is probably the end of the heyday for Pokemon, I suppose. I mean, that's also true, Smith. We tend to... We, we tend to put a lot of value on things we experienced as a kid, because it was our first. It formed the baseline, and the baseline is always good, if not best. Yeah, Pokemon games tend to be easy, unless you like deliberately make it hard for yourself. But that's not really about the fine-tuned difficulty, is it? They are aimed at little kids, so that they do, of course, intentionally make it easy. I almost exposed my back to it for backstab. I did still expose my back, but I rolled out of the way before I got backstabbed. Alright. Uh, I think we'll have to wean out the respawns a bit. Or will I? Because where I have to go right now is, right now I've gone to the nearest bonfire. There's a bonfire that is, physically speaking, even closer by a mile, but it's beyond a one-way point. So I can't use that bonfire, even though it's a lot closer to where I want to go right now, so I have to go the long way. And, I want to just wean out the spawns so that I don't have to deal with them on return trips, if there even are return trips. Just drink Estet. No, thank you. Yeah, I hear him. Oh, I don't think I did. I honestly didn't even know who Game & Watch was outside of Smash. I mean, I've recently learned about that. That was like Nintendo's first actual video games they made. That could have been really bad. Ow. Still gonna be pretty bad. Okay, hit the tether. That's good. I'm sure there were a few remake games I played. Like ports, you mean? I mean ports, yeah. In fact, I was a little bit sad to learn that, like, of the GBA's over 1,000 games, like 95% of them are ports, not actual original games to GBA. Because there were like a lot of really fun games on the GBA, and apparently they were all the original ones. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Alright. Backstab. I've lent out my GBA to the family because the games back then were a lot simpler, so they could get into it faster. So I'm not sure who has it right now, but I still have a GBA somewhere. I still have my GBA collection. Oh yeah, Nintendo was really big on backwards compatibility, I think, until very recently. The reason other companies didn't do it is because it wasn't profitable, because you had to basically install an emulator to the old system in your current one, which took up space and resource. Basically, it was more costly in a lot of ways to make it backwards compatible. Now, PC has that built in because we don't like do complete architectural shifts in between generations. We don't even really have generations. We just keep going upwards incrementally. Yeah, he probably can't run Doom on a fridge. He can run Skyrim on a fridge. You just get used to these encounters. You're going to be repeating them a lot. Yeah, I remember having a lot of fun with Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion and Sonic Battle. Sonic Battle was fun. I'm also Sonic Advance series and Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Oh boy. Oh, but I think the series I put the most game... The series I put the most game into time... But the game I put the most time into. Game series. Has to be Mega Man Battle Network. It was unique to the GBA, and they had a spiritual successor called Star Force. Well, subtitled Star Force. On the DS, and it just wasn't the same. No, you're not going to backstab me. Doom Gavin. Interesting article. Ooh, we're doing boss fight. I've never cast this whole Whispers of Despair spell before. It's supposed to reduce enemy defense. But yeah, Mega Man Battle Network series was just amazing. And there's been nothing like it since. There's been a fan continuation, though, that I remember looking into a while ago, and then forgetting about until just now. Ow. That's a bad idea. Paid off, though. Ah, if you're in the boss's butt, it can't actually hit you with that. That's cool. Nope, 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 nope. That stuff knocks you down if it... I think it knocks you down if you get hit by it. I don't know if I should lock on or not. I don't think it actually matters. Ow. That's too far up its butt. Wow, that hitbox is... I mean, it's bad in a good way. Bad in a way favorable to my survival. Look. Ah, I took a hit for that. That's not good. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hi. Goodbye. Okay, I told you sword backstabs are weak. Case in point. Oh my, the durability on this. Boop that back up to full. Oh, cool. I mean, that makes me less likely to read it because I don't want to invest the time. Been ashamed to admit, but I'll be honest about it. That's the first step to progress. Anyway, it's really cool that's an actual research paper, because that means it's a lot more thorough. Even if it does mean I'm less likely to read it. Yeah, I'm gonna guess none of you play Mega Man Battle Network, because none of you were like, oh yeah, that game. Or some other rays of joy. Oh boy, how to explain it? Real-time turn-based card battles? Contradictory and too brief to fully explain it, but it'll make sense when you see it. Only 8 pages ain't that bad. Actually, while I'm walking, let's actually walk instead of running to the next spot. More time to talk and heal. I'm not sure about that, actually. Research papers getting to 100 pages. Because there's big financial incentive to just put out your research, finished or no. So I'm guessing there's plenty of papers that, you know, just get shoved through. Capitalism strikes again! I mean, yeah, most research these days is done by college grads and undergrads because they're supposed to be learning. And professors are just trying to take credit for a lot of things, at least when it comes to research. That's most surely not the case for all professors, and I say that because I was on good terms with my professors, so... Eh. Alright, where was I going? Oh yes, Mega Man Battle Network. So the combat system in that is you've got your standard buster, your Mega Buster. They can use it any time and it's weak. But rapid fire. And you know, actually, it would be really hard to actually explain this to you in words right now because I haven't explained it in words, even to myself, in like a decade. I might just look up a video and show that. Oh, I see in report has a new post. I guess I know what that is. Yeah, honestly, one of you could be an old professor. I kind of doubt it because I think all of you live in different states. But, you know, can't knock the possibility until I know your true identities. Yeah, I went to a public school too. It was a fully paid ride because my parents are poor enough to get funding from the government, and I did well enough in high school to get like their highest scholarship. So those two combined, and I had a fully paid ride through college. Kind of sucks I got depression in senior year then. Trying to think about it, because just thinking about it gets you depressed, which then sends you back into doing nothing, which is more reason to be depressed. It's a spiral. It's a spiral. So just try to avoid it entirely. Oh, and to prevent any kind of multiplayer shenanigans from happening, I'm going to quit game. And now I will look this up. Thing is, I haven't looked up these videos in a while, so I'm not sure if it'll be a great example of the battle system, but I will still get you a example. Okay, I can. One that I know will be good gameplay is this basically a speedrun challenge, or rather a boss run no damage. At I don't know how well it'll showcase everything that happens, but hey, I played these. I played this game in particular, Mega Man Battle Network 3 Blue version, to the point that the in-game clock actually maxed out. So I don't actually know how many hours I put in. The in-game timer, by the way, maxes out at 100 hours. So this was one of the first games that I spent a lot of time playing. You can see, I guess I'll explain it bit by bit. So at the start of it, you choose your chips, which are different attacks and abilities. You have low res, because GBA is pretty low res screen. I'll keep it full screen. When you choose chips, you have to either match the character codes or match the chip type. So you can choose like 5 different. You can choose 5 wide swords if you get those. in your hand. Or you can choose the three ends. The asterisks serve as wild cards. Then you can do add is just discarding the stuff you've selected. So you go into the turn with no chips, but next turn you have that many more added to your hand, up to a maximum of 10. Okay is just to continue. Yeah, the order is important because this is the order you'll use it. You can't, once you choose what chips you've chosen for the turn, you use them in this order if you use the chips at all. So you actually do have to not only pay attention to the character and the chip type as well as the order you choose them. And now, it's going to be real-time combat where you move around this 3x3 grid. But as you'll see, you can only move around your color of it, but there's chips that allow you to steal some of the opponent's area for a time. Like that. Yeah, I guess. So for here, this is actually the turn timer. The custom gauge up top. The turn doesn't actually end when the gauge fills up. It's just you can only end the turn. Once it's full, you can then press either L or R on the GBA to end the turn and go back to the chip select, which also pauses it, which is why I say it's real-time turn-based. So until this is full, you're stuck with what chips you have and how the scenario plays out. Which you may actually want to go on for a while, because especially if it's PvP, which I never did because I don't have any local friends to play it with. Either person can end the turn once it's full, so take that into consideration as well. Yeah, 10 seconds. It's a no damage run, so I'm not sure it'll show defensive play all that well. But there's the fact that the attacks come out in real time, except when they dim the screen. If they dim the screen, they pause it, and you can't really evade those unless they're aimed poorly. Otherwise, you do have to dodge stuff in real time. I think there are like 400 or 500 different chips you can get, too. There were a lot. At the risk of some information overload, there's the PDA combos, which is if you chose the right chips in the right order, speak the devil, advanced combo. If you choose the right chips in the right order, they combine into one stronger chip. That's the only way to get them. Yeah, a lot of education stuff has been just underfunded for decades now in the US. I guess I'll reiterate it, if you have the opportunity, just move to Europe permanently. They actually care about their citizens there. Like that, you just take a step back. In real time to evade. This is a half hour long, by the way, we're not going to watch all of it. The thing is, most of the stuff that pops up is going to be Let's Plays, which I have not watched, so I really don't know. Oh, I'll program advances. Shows you a little bit. Oh yeah, this guy, I think I've watched a little bit in the long past when I watched a little bit more Mega Man stuff. Oh yeah. That totally makes sense. Yeah, it's just you choose canon A, canon code B, canon code C. It's not 3As, but like EDC. Or ECD. Or CDE. Become invulnerable for 5 seconds and infinite use of cannon. It was. Yeah, that's unlimited. This game does get very hard towards the end. Like, really, really hard. Yeah, the Z series of advances are just, you know, you're invulnerable for 5 seconds and infinite use of that chip for 5 seconds. Effective, but not fancy. Imagine liking Dark Souls. You're not a true Dark Souls fan if you don't hate it. Ooh. Ooh, the Varus sword was actually really cool. I never quite got to use it well. I'm not sure if he won't do it well either. Oh, he did use one combo. Alright, I'll pause that. So the variable sword is a very weird and hard to use chip. It's just a sword attack. Except if you hold down the chip use button, which is A, and then you input commands on the D-pad, like within the half-second window you have, the sword will change shape and properties and attack values and everything else. And you can get any sword combo in the game, including some stuff that's unique only to variable sword. But that's like a very high skill thing. You definitely emulate this. It shouldn't be that hard to do because GBA controls translate well with the keyboard and mouse. Or to gamepad. Unlike DS with the touchpad. Touchpad really complicates things. I'm tempted to skip ahead to some of the more interesting stuff, but I haven't watched this, so I don't know where they are. Oh, one of my favorites. Step 1. Yeah, you go for 2 steps and do a wide sword. I liked it because you could step onto enemy terrain with that ranged sword attack. X pattern. If you got them directly in front, it hit twice, which is, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't remember what this does. Oh, okay. Yeah, aside from the Z series, it's just some either very powerful versions of chips or unique things. This is the most basic one that you get, Life Sword. It combines the range and width of a long sword and a wide sword into one. A L sword. You can do that with a Varus sword, by the way. I don't remember what the input is, but you can do that as well as a live sword. The hell is Evil Cut? Oh. Okay. I remember using Gel Rain a couple of times. I was very sword themed with my folders, which is what they call decks. Oh, alright, the Evercurse. Let's see. Oh. This one's effective. Ah, favorite one. Or it's one of my favorites. Bodyguard. Yep, get hit once, you don't take damage, and instead the enemy gets just peppered with shuriken the entire time. That one is life absorb. By the way. It's already at full health, so I don't see that. How far in are we? Oh, very far in. I don't remember this one. Ah yes, strongest one. Mystery style. This one deals 1,000 damage, which you can't avoid over 10 hits. Yeah, they have stuck the same formula quite a lot. Alright. I do want to open up that paper list. You know what? It's going to open up on the second monitor. Oh, or download. I don't think it did an optimal job of showing off Battle Network's combat system, but I think you got a taste, I guess? You saw more of the very advanced play, and not what you'd be learning. Basically, you saw stun locks instead of actual back and forth. Alright, see you in an hour, Anthony. Oh. Hoping I could get a parry off of that. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. 4 at once is not cool. Actually, yeah. That's kind of what I ended up showing you. That's because the rest I could tell were just going to be Let's Plays. With, I can't verify their degree of skill. Because they could be really bad at the game and therefore make a very bad example. They could just go on and on and on. And talking. Without actually getting to gameplay. That's 2. There's 3 of them. Okay. That's done. Ah, I think we're invaded. Yep. You teleported to me. Oh, that was interesting. Welcome back. Hopefully our ring should be alright. That's, again, the very long wish list. Yeah, yeah, remember that. Oh man, it's been a while since I played Neo. Kinda done with them for the most part though, except for I guess Untold. Never quite properly finished it. Ah, I see, I see. I'm gonna have to focus because there's souls on the line. Let's go. Excusez-moi. Could kamikaze in the last room, but whatever. Oh wow, double kill. Ah, okay. Oh, hey, retainer rope. I think there's just the hood. There's the bloodstain, so I could just kamikaze it. I'm thinking instead I'll try to play it safe. Unless I hear the pop of another invader, then I'm definitely just gonna YOLO it. still have a bunch of games in my Steam library that I should play, but like I'm really, really susceptible to lifestyle games. Okay, should be relatively safe to pick it out now. There we are. Yeah, Warframe, Elder Scrolls Online, the stuff that Destiny... the kind of games that not only can you sink your entire day into, but also ask that you sink your entire day into. Every day, for the rest of your life. Like I did that with Dark Souls, I probably did that with Etrian Odyssey, other games that weren't lifestyle games. Now there's like an actual genre around it, and because you've seen me have fun with non-lifestyle games, I really do. But I just really easily get embroiled in those type of endless grind. Yeah. Yeah, that too, because they do add a bit of like normalcy to your day, a bit of regimen. Give you a lot of daily tasks to do. A lot of dailies. Now that was a YOLO parry. Because I knew that was coming. Actually, also because we have a lot of time to burn, too. That's kind of it as well. Oh gosh darn it. I hear that pop. Yeah, that is true. Goodbye. You know, I hated YOLO when it first came out. The first concept of it. One of those new, idiotic new things. And now it's just, through continued exposure, it's become normal to me. I really don't get what's up with Shade, though. Like, Shade's definitely a hacker. Because she's teleported to me via fake backstab twice now. But apparently not like a heinous hacker that's trying to just what? I don't get it. Maybe they're just trying to get a fight immediately. It do be like that. A little bit. High-low?
Bearer until
Halfway to the next level up. Yeah, straight swords are pretty good. But if you want to riposte, use the biggest stick you've got. I can't say I'm that comfortable PvPing with this, knowing how easy it is to get backstabbed. And if the person isn't that confident with backstabs, then yeah, they'll be hesitant. Kind of feel like stopping a bit early today, with Dark Souls 2 that is. But at the same time, I know we're just not gonna... The subtitle is progress, and we're not... It's a little. We're making a little progress. So this is the far closer bonfire. If we could go back up there, then we'd have a very short walk to where I want to go. But we can't. So we have to take the other closest bonfire, which is here. That's true. I think I know what to replace Great Soul Arrow with. I really don't use this. Oh yeah, I guess while I'm here. Oh, insufficient attributes to cat. Dang it. Dang it. We'll be able to use Crystal Magic Weapon. Soon. Soon. Very soon. Actually, not very soon. It's going to be a while before I have enough level ups, but still soon. Once we increase int the next increment to 30, we'll have enough. That's like a lot of levels away. I was about to switch to Zweihander because it should be on par critical attacks. Oh, there is a whole durability thing with Santiago's Spear. I should put down my summon sign. That'll help. Yeah, this is what Dark Souls 2 was back when I played it as well. Just a whole lot of repeat the same areas and put down your summon sign to maybe get some more souls on the side. As well as scout out places ahead if you haven't been there. At this point, it was very seldom to reach a new area. Right now, we've actually explored everything but this DLC, so cool. Even the areas I had never been in before. See, this is where playing Warframe less to grind out this stuff off stream would be quite beneficial. But I'm gonna say there's a low chance, but not a no chance, but still a low chance of that happening. How'd you back with me? How'd you get me on the backswing there? Yes, Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of grinding. Oh yeah, I did get this thing up to +5, didn't I? You should infuse it, by the way. Infuse or enchant it. Damn, even with a sword crit, that thing still does a lot. Oh, a rice rapier. That's why it doesn't really feel like it has as much range as it should. I haven't heard the floor yours made out of floor. Oh. Oh, I have heard that before. I remember it being a TF2 meme. And... yes, the floor here is made out of floor. Oh, it hits me in just the right spot. It's my humor in just the right spot, anyways. I don't have... TF2 is that free to play? I don't even remember. Actually, knowing that it thrives off its vibrant hack economy... Talking so much my throat's getting dry. But, because of that, I'm unsure if I should, like, get invested in TF2, because that is also potentially a lifestyle game. It won't increase damage that much, but it still is an increase. Okay. My major concern is it a lifestyle game or not? Now, I'm waiting for an opportunity to cast Whisper of Despair on it. Oh my word, he just kind of flew over me and took out most of my health. Yeah, that is actually a good rule of thumb. It's a free-to-play game, they want me to play it for a long time. Like Warframe. Warframe is free to play. Okay, old Leo ring, that'll be better. It doesn't increase counter damage on thrusting weapons, it increases counter damage on thrusting attacks. So, as long as you're dealing thrust damage with the attack, it... Didn't think it'd wrap around that far. Yeah. Looks like we've all fallen for one free-to-play game at this point. Actually, not that I'm trying to take as high round of some sort, but aren't gacha games like really bad in the free-to-play space? I mean, quality-wise, it might be good, but like they're really after your money in those. It's literally a slot for machines. Slot machine for anime waifu. Kind of saw that coming and still went for the second strike. Maybe because I saw the second strike, it's because I saw the pause like hung for me. I'm like, I can't evade. I'll just get an extra hit in. Oh, this happens very often as a Phantom. I will let you know. I gotta look up what Whisper of Despair does. 'Cause I think it reduces defenses. Which, I mean, nice if it works on bosses. Kind of the whole reason it's slotted. And, if it actually doesn't do what I think it does. Yeah, I'll stick with Santiago's Spear. It's been the most useful in all this. Zweihander does similar crit damage, but slower on the upfront combat. I don't really need the nuance of variable swing speed either. Wait, if it's variable swing speed, can I do it really? Wind up time same either way. Alright, that's a rest. Because I used up Estus during that summon. That's not replenished. Anything you consume as a summon is not replenished. Alright, time to look up on the wiki. And we get summoned. I never really played mobile games, mostly because I very much resisted having a phone. I mean, handhelds, yes, I have two 3DSs. I think that should tell you what my opinion on handhelds are. That's more so to the Phantom than to the host. But I'll let him think as he will about it. Magic and fire, though. Never mind. Oh, I cast it. Okay, I thought I'd go around the other way and have slightly more time to evade, but I guess not. Alright, up to the butt. Oh, I still have old Leo ring on, don't I? Cool. Wait a minute, actually I'm going to be needing Knuckle. I'll spit my tongue, too. I've been talking a lot today. Feel the little neck. It hasn't drawn blood, but like it's a bit deformed. I have like a little tab at the tip of your tongue. Just been squeezed. Honestly, I think the host's first mistake was not showing proper etiquette to me. The host's second mistake was summoning 3 phantoms. Because numbers does not give you an inherent advantage in this game. Okay, player numbers give you inherent advantage, I'll say that. But if you're adding on NPCs, they're more... They're targets, not help. Ow. That's also true. That was a very early dodge, but I was fortunately completely out of range. Yeah. Better wave back at me. Oh hey, that should be enough for level up too. At least I hope it is. I didn't check. Time to figure out. Time to learn!
Bearer of the until
It is enough. Our faith is now at the next milestone. And there's a meta build if I ever saw one. Imported set with dagger. It works. It works. Okay, now I need 50k to level up. And int is next. Followed by, I guess, attunement and then endurance. Or, no, then vigor. Really, attunement? Definitely int next. Yeah, attunement. Okay, now then, what about spells? Tell me about hexes, Wikidot. Tell me about Whisper of Despair. Last one on the list. On hit, will reduce the physical defense of the target by 200 for 60 seconds. Uh-huh. Okay. I guess it's the equivalent of a physical buff, if we had a physical buff. Wait, isn't Resonant what? Oh, Resonant Weapon. Uh, is there a Dark Sword or is it just Blizzard? There is a Dark Weapon. Okay. I'm gonna need to learn Pyromancy because I got a fire weapon. I need to be able to put fire on it. I guess I could use a resin, but using actual fire would be cool. Well, I've thought about playing Downward again as well. That was a fun game. Not entirely sure what I'd do in it though. Just have fond memories of it. Oh boy. I definitely have a Nintendo 64. In fact, it's on a shelf nearby. But I don't know if I had Mario Party for it. I did play Kirby and the Crystal Shards 64, like a lot on it. I love that game. You can combine powers. You can make a lightsaber if you combine boomerang and electricity. And that was, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Where am I even looking? Oh, right. Pyromancy? Even Pyromancy. Flame weapon. Is there an upgraded version? Nope, just flame weapon. Buffs weapon with fire. Increase target's weapon's fire damage for 90 seconds. The exact formula is still unknown, but it's reasonable to assume that performs similarly to magic weapon. Testing was reported here and here. Availability obtained by trading an old witch soul and 10,000 souls to Stradivarius office. Nope. Again, that was released long after the no money phase started. No, if it was after 2008, consider it not bought. I haven't even watched Untitled Goose Game either. Okay, there's little snippets here and there for things like comedic reviews, but not the full game. Drink some water. Is it free? If it is free, I'll get it. I thought it was paid. Okay, at least on console you have to buy it. But, check out the itch.io page, that might be free. Yeah, 20 bucks. Yeah, if the game's gonna be free, it's probably free on itch.io. Free on there. Everything's free on the Pirate Bay. Yes, I'm not even sure if I even put this on my wish list, like an official wish list somewhere. Yeah, yeah, that's just, God, so many games and no money. Okay, I just happened to catch note on Flame Weapon. Performs significantly worse on innate fire or fire-infused weapons. So basically, don't buff your weapon. Yeah. Everything's free. Ah, Game... Oh, Game Pass. I could look into that. See, Game Pass is actually a very good value proposition. Like, ludicrously good value proposition. You can get a shit ton of games. More games than you can count. For a monthly subscription fee. That, I don't know what the plans are. I'm guessing maybe like $15 a month or it's $15 a year or something. I haven't checked the price recently, but it's like a pretty reasonable subscription. But for a lot more games than that price could ever cover. Which makes me a bit dubious about how the devs get their fair cut of the revenue if they're getting undersold that much. But also, that's just really good for us. The thing that makes me hesitant, aside from the devs getting paid, is just you don't really own the games. I mean, to be fair, you don't own any kind of online games, any digital games either. You technically have a license that they can revoke at any time for any reason. They just don't, because that's just common. But like with subscription, even less so. Yeah, I remember the $1 a month deal, but I know that's like a promotional thing, which is why I didn't bring it up. Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. Although, unlike Netflix, there aren't Game Pass exclusives, at least I don't think there are. They might be trying to, but they haven't been that successful yet. which is great. Means it's an additive value and not bullshit like Netflix or Sony. They hold content hostage. I still haven't watched Netflix since like the first year of college. I don't really miss it. I know, it's like they even know about VPNs and how easy it is to bypass all that, and yet they still. It's probably legal bullshit. It's probably legal bullshit that says, no, you don't have the rights to broadcast in this country, so we just have to oblige with that or get slapped with a huge fine. Or a small fine. They just don't want to pay it because, fuck it, they're not going to pay for jack shit if they don't have to. That too. That too. The only place I stream videos from is YouTube, which has its own problems, but it's free and it's just one place. Yeah. I actually want a power stance right now. Ah, yeah, they're trying to basically recreate TV. Yeah, there aren't too many game streaming services. I know there was GeForce Now, which is actually really great, where it's just, hey, you happen to own this game already, let's allow you to stream it to whatever device you have. And people, or rather companies, just interpret that and it's like, nope, 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 we aren't going to allow that. And they actually learned what it was, and they still noped out of it, because why would they give us something for free? Why would they, as capitalists, do something for people that's good? Because, like, nobody's really paying for GeForce Now except for NVIDIA. And really for them just a reason to get their GPUs over AMDs, I guess. Yeah, that's one reason I hate Disney, though. They've become way too big and evil. I guess they could be a good mascot for capitalism. Yeah, I agree with Alyssa there. Still think copyright's bullshit, but there's also, as the saying goes, bigger fish to fry. I am handling these dogs very poorly. There's a lot of health lost. Oh hey, it's 21:31. It's time to go to Ultra Kill. Yeah, I don't like this encounter if you haven't gotten that sense already. Very unpleasant. Yes? Sorry, I don't know enough about the Pip-Boy guy to fully understand the reference. Like, sure, I played Fallout. I know what the imagery is. I just don't know enough behind the Pip-Boy guys. mean, it'd be more accurate if that were the case. Yeah, we live in a new Gilded Age. I know Gilded means, you know, you got some gold lining, and that makes it sound nice, but the last Gilded Age was horrible for everyone, except the monopolies. So, yeah, we're living through another horrible time. I mean, that was probably also self-evident, but just to reiterate, shit's bad, y'all. I mean, it's less bad in Europe. It might even be less bad in some third world countries, but like they do, America tends to block all news, so that's not favorable to the U.S. Quietly, of course, they don't outright block it. They just quietly omit things. Lie by omission, rather than, but I don't know if I should play Belly of the Beast right now. Let's go through layer 2. Oh, yeah. Let's see. There we go. There has to be a secret level around this mechanic. Just water skipping. I don't think you can do it in the first layer, Limbo, because the water's probably holographic. Yeah, shadow bands happen too. I'm definitely getting like a not S on time. I don't know, I might come back with an A or something. I can't. I made them collide midair. Okay, I'm used to games where just strafing alone at close quarters. Even Dark Souls. Dark Souls is what I was trying to do. Hi. Okay. Yeah, I need to get used to the fact that I have a dash right now. Okay, that was... Okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't go through the... My bad. You see, I like doing the whole... See, I like doing the whole pepper them with nails and then hit them with the nail cannon, the rail cannon. So that I get the conductor bonus. Because it's really awesome, that's a thing. So I want to make the most use of that. Wherever I can. But I spent too long trying to get the full rev and aiming properly. Oh, completely whiffed with the rail guns, but oh well. Alright, kinda clawed it back. The Shadow game. It's easy at any time. I claw it back at any time. Ooh, parry. Shotgun parry. I've been getting those more often. Post-death conductor. Oh well. Oh yeah. If you go up and punch it, you get kind of pincered. Exactly. I didn't want to bring that up, but yes. This is just a subtle way to do it. Oh, hi. Okay, that's kind of double my bad. I'm really never sure if I kill everything in this place. They kick you if you get too close, but that doesn't matter. It's a gas parry. That's where you get the rock cannon. Yeah, you get a nice little free ult kill there. Sweet. So there are some enemies you can miss, and I think still get an S rank for kills, but I'm still not that sure how many. Yeah, that was friendly fire. Ooh, that felt impactful, but that wasn't actually a kill. Hope you get this game soon, Schmiff. Okay. I'm stuck on the door frame. Eh. Oh, they're all... Okay. Alright, now I'm making potentially the same mistake here, if you hope that I can get some health. So I am still low HP like last time. That's a full heal. Yeah, I don't know if we need to kill that little house encounter. That might have been VP time. Yeah. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Just don't play this for like 3 hours straight. That's what got my wrist. Well, 3 hours straight on violent. This is on standard. I'm much more comfortable with standard. Get to fool around a lot in standard. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, I love getting air shots. I don't always remember to get them. But recently my reflex in regards to them has gotten better. Nope, that's not quite good. I'll take that. Unexpected momentum boost. I will take that. Oh, and then your first Mind Flare encounter. Followed by your second Mind Flayer encounter. Oh. Oh. Did I just... No. No, I didn't explode it. I didn't think it was so malicious. I thought it would pop me to electric. Huh. Must have double tapped it without thinking. Challenges don't touch any water. Good luck with that. Now for one of the other jump scares of the game, I guess. You know, I think I'll go back to regular. It does a faster charge rate and faster cooldown. Now, it's Half-Life again. You remember the cart from Half-Life? You don't need the cart. Unless you failed a bunny hop. Like Mariana Trench Deep? Frying one. I mean, I played it during that week it was free up until Half-Life Alyx, and I streamed that. Which is why I say you remember it, don't you? That's right, get the fuck back and... It's not free anymore, because once the free period ended, they actually removed it from my Steam account, which is something that you should be aware of can happen if you have digital games. It doesn't happen. It happens very exceedingly rarely, but it still can happen. So, like, if you want to have true ownership, get Visceral. Ow. Gone, right? Alright, cool. Ow. Oh yeah, you used to be able to kill this boss really easy before a nerf the alt revolver. You just kind of. Sorry, I gotta actually pay attention to movement. Fuck. Yeah, I think you can. Like, I think that's actually like one of the things that's been like expressly allowed legally. Like, if you own the game, then you can make copies of it for backup purposes. You just can't like, technically speaking, you can't distribute those backups as on say a ROM site, but you can. Like, you're supposed to. You can download ROMs and other copies of games, but you're supposed to already own them if you want to do that legally. We don't give a fuck though, because laws aren't really made to uphold the morals of society. They should, but they aren't. Alright, I guess let's just try to YOLO the challenge a bit. Oh, that's just way bad on my part. Okay, no longer going to do the parry challenge, I guess. Ow. Wait, in case situations are removed bisons. No, I'm not sure. Ow. Oh. Alright, get on, Anthony. Somehow still hit that. Okay, this is actually fairly effective. Didn't think hot swapping shotguns would be that good. I'm gonna be honest, they might not. They really might not. Because it was mostly rich people that were rioting. Mostly rich people that were backing Trump. Or at least banking on Trump's backing. Hey, it's 1:58. I left it on a sour note too. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I do hope they do actually get caught, punished. I doubt it, because I do sincerely believe America is thoroughly corrupt to the point of no return. But hey, nice if there's a little bit of poetic justice. No, a lot of people that self-identified were like business owners, which you know. Anywho, that is a wrap for tonight's stream. We had our old King Minos is simultaneously both the easiest and hardest boss. He's like he's easy, he's simple, but he can do a lot of damage. So you mess up, you really mess up. Yeah, it does. As I'll keep reiterating, I want out, and I want out specifically to Finland or one of the Scandinavian countries. Hmm. So I'm gonna get a job here and here in the U.S. and then I'll save enough money to move to Finland, and then that will be that, and I will not look back. Yeah, that is true. A business owner does not actually mean rich. I will say though, one thing that has stuck with me in regards to your last comment, Alyssa, is the world looks at the US like the US looks at Florida. I'll leave it at that.